So, we are here in the city of Chicago for the Route Americas conference, and I'm joined here by Maggie Bishop, who is Director of Air Service Development for Indianapolis Airport Authority. Maggie, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having me. Welcome to the Midwest.
Thank you. So, my first question for you is, how is the recovery of your airport actually going? How is business?
We were very happy to see 2022 close at 91% passenger levels that we saw in record-breaking 2019. That's almost 10 points above what our Midwest medium peers are seeing, and we're quite pleased with that. I think we weren't sure how things were going to recover, but quite pleased to be at that level of passenger traffic in 2022.
That's really great news, fantastic. So what are your challenges for this year, would you say?
I think the challenges are the same things that everyone's facing. What's happening with the economy? What's happening with aircraft? What's happening with pilots? We're all competing for really important routes. And the question is, do the airlines have the appropriate gauge aircraft and the pilots to fly the planes?
And in terms of the opportunities that you're foreseeing for this year, and attending conferences like this, what are your route development ambitions?
This is my favorite conversation. We are the number one unserved U.S. market to Europe. So as a group, we are aggressively pursuing a transatlantic flight that provides the right type of connecting opportunities from a business hub to the rest of Europe and the world. That's at the top of our list. There's a few other markets that are of significant interest to us as well. We need business travel, appropriate service into Raleigh-Durham, significant advancements in travel between our cities, looking at Salt Lake City, and of course, just checking in on how markets are doing that have come back and making sure that everybody is happy with what's flying now.
So do you know then that there is a real demand among your catchment area to travel to Europe?
Yeah, we do think that there's a significant demand. We've got a group of corporate leaders that we've pulled together who are at our beck and call for data and information. And we had a flight to Europe before the pandemic, so we're sitting in a tough spot as the top market, who had a little taste of what it's like. So we're very eager to reestablish one.
So I'm guessing we'll be seeing you then at the Roots Europe conference later this year?
Yeah, I don't know if we made a decision about that, but certainly we are very interested in pursuing a flight to Europe.
Now, in terms of your catchment area, can you tell me a little bit about them and what characterises them?
Yeah, so Indianapolis is the concentration. We have about 4 million people in our core catchment area, and if you go out to look at like a larger trip, it increases to about 6 million people. So our catchment, if you think about it in terms of industry, it's life sciences, it's manufacturing, it's high tech, it's automotive, obviously, and we're the racing capital of the world. So we've got racing teams that are expanding not only their Indianapolis presence, but their global presence with that anchor in Indianapolis.
Yes, and I hear your IndyCar racing is in May every year. Is that correct?
Memorial Day weekend every year, very exciting. I hear the murmur of the simulator in the background here, so that's always a fun sound, and it sounds like home to me.
And I'm told as well that your airlines really ramp up their operations to fly more routes into Indianapolis for this event.
There are 400,000 people that go to the Indianapolis 500. It is a massive undertaking, and certainly an opportunity for airlines to make some extra money operating additional capacity that weekend.
Yeah, you really want to make sure that everyone wants to go to this event actually gets there and flies via your airport.
Absolutely.
So in terms of your pitch and why an airline should choose to fly into your airport as opposed to some others, could you give us your 30-second pitch, elevator pitch?
You bet. I'll make it even shorter. Indianapolis is a $1.9 billion airline market. There's money to be made in Indy, and we're ready to support you to make that money.
So in terms of cargo, what has the story been? It's been a bright spot for some airports during the pandemic. How has it been for you?
Cargo is an interesting play for us. We're the second largest FedEx hub in the world. So we have a lot of cargo. It is over half of our landed weight. that's great news for passenger service development because it keeps landing fees low. But there's always opportunity for growth in cargo.
And in terms of the three most exciting developments for your airport, could you tell us a little bit about what's in store? I see you've got some statistics on the board here behind you.
Yeah, great statistics. I had to check and see. Well, so I mentioned the $1.9 billion airline market. I think that is always the top interesting fact. Something very exciting and near to our hearts is we won ACI's Customer Service Award for 10 years in a row. We've branded that as a decade of excellence, and we've just actually won for the 11th year. So we're very proud of that. We're very proud of the team that creates a clean airport, friendly service, drives buses. It takes all of those people to come together and really make an outstanding airport.
Fantastic, and congratulations on that.
Thank you.
So finally, I just want to know from you, is the future bright? Like, what is your business outlook for 2023 and beyond?
We're very optimistic. In Q1 of this year, we do our own surveying, and 47% of the travelers that were surveyed were traveling for business, and that's back at pre-pandemic levels. So I think business is coming back. That's a very important part of our market. February numbers are looking above February 2019. That's a big deal. It's the first time since the pandemic. So we are on an upward trajectory, and hopefully we can continue that.
I mean, will the airport be able to handle these projected increase in passengers in the future?
Oh yes, bring it on. Yeah. We got a beautiful terminal. We're ready to go.
Maggie, that was my final question. Thank you so much.
Thanks.